Hi guys, I'm back and here to talk about something very important in addition to what I started yesterday, and this is gratitude. Gratitude for many things, but mostly gratitude for the people who raised me. Of course, I'm grateful for my biological mother and father because at 15 and 16, they definitely could have had an abortion and not had me. But they chose to have me and give me up for adoption. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. And I'll be able to tell her that in 10 days and totally tell her that this was an ultimate sacrifice that I'll be eternally grateful for, and no matter what happens, that was a gift that she gave to me and a life that I was able to pass on to my children, and that there's no way of thanking her but to say that I've passed on all the love that I can and kindness that I can to the friends and family that I have. But I'm also so very grateful for the people who adopted me and raised me. Let me tell you a little bit about my life. I was born and given up for adoption and in a foundling hospital for the first several months. There's a lot to be said about that I'll cover in future videos, like what my feelings are about being alone in a foundling hospital and in foster care. But I'll cover that in another video at another time. Today I want to talk about how grateful I am for the people who did adopt me. So at about 9 months old, I was finally adopted by, and I'll use first names because I believe that that'll be easiest for you, the viewer, to come along on the ride and understand what I'm talking about. Because if I don't use first names and I just use mom and dad and that kind of thing, you won't get it. So I was adopted by Jeanette and John. They were married and young, and they had already adopted an older sister who was not my biological sister. She was 100% Puerto Rican. And from what I was told and what was passed on to me, I was supposedly, and I'm going to look on that little index card that I talked about yesterday, I had an Irish father. My mother's background, my mother's father was supposedly Irish, and my mother's mother was German English. So biologically, I was supposed to be Irish on my mother's father's side and German English on my mother's mother's side. And my biological father was 100% Puerto Rican. So that's what we knew from the index card. I was adopted by John, who was 100% Irish, and Jeanette, who was 100% Puerto Rican. They already had adopted a girl who was a year older than me, who was 100% Puerto Rican. And when they adopted me, I was, as I said, 9 months old, and I pulled my sister's hair and they took me home anyway. So they took us home and we lived in the Bronx at the time. And so 2 years later or 3 years later, they adopted my brother, who was also not biologically related. He was 100% Filipino, and he was 2 years younger than me. So we had 3 children. And when I was 4, my sister was 5, and my brother was 3, we moved up to Orange County, New York, which is about an hour north of the city, where we resided through my childhood. And this is the part that gets tricky. When my sister was 8, I was 7, and my brother was 5, Jeanette passed away of cancer. It was a tough time. She had been struggling for a while and had been very sick and in and out of the hospital. Jeanette passed, and we raised ourselves, basically, and my father worked very, very hard to raise us. And he worked long hours. He worked in Yonkers, which was about an hour away, and it was a difficult life until we met and fell in love with our mom, Diane. Diane already had 2 children from her previous marriage, 2 boys. And when she and my father, John, now I call Diane Mom because she loved me from the moment she met me, and I loved her from the moment I met her. She saved me. My sister was at the time 12. I was 11. Her oldest son, Diane's oldest son, was a year younger than me. So we have 12, 11, 10. My adopted brother was 9. The next brother was 8. That was from Diane's previous marriage. So we had, I'll get this straight, we had 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. And then they had a child. So we had a newborn, and that was a boy. So we had 2 girls and 4 boys. So we became like the Brady Bunch, 6 kids. And it was a wonderful upbringing. My mom was terrific. She did everything with me. She never, ever, ever thought of me as a stepchild or as anything but her own daughter. And I am so grateful for my parents. We became so close. My father passed away a few years ago, and I miss him terribly every day. And my mom is my mom. She raised me my entire life. And yes, I only met her when I was 11, but I don't remember a time without her cheering me on, supporting me, and loving me. And I don't want there to be a question in anyone's mind that I take anyone in my life for granted. There will be a place for my biological mother and family, especially my sister. There will be a place for everyone, because I am grateful for anyone who wants to be in my life and who has sought me out. Because life is filled with opportunities to love and to cherish the times that we have. So I'm grateful for all of this, all of these blessings, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity to cherish my mom, to meet my new or my biological mom, and to go forward and accept these blessings with open arms. So that's it for today. Now, one thing I would like to ask is if you have any questions or want to know anything from me, please post in the comment section below any questions you might have, anything you want answered. There will be a day before my sister arrives. Sorry, I'm still quite emotional. Where I'll be answering questions and doing feedback. And so I would like to know any questions that you want me to answer. Anything at all. No holds barred. I want to give you feedback, help you if you want help with anything. Anything you feel the need or you want answered. If I don't answer it during these videos, post it. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button, thumbs up, hit the bell so you get notifications about when I post. Love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.